Marson back at the wheel. They've changed their engine between race 1 and 2. There he is, and he's already picked up some places. But oh dear, Stefan Mucker is in trouble, and that's such a great show. It's Christopher Nygaard actually in the car at the moment, but it's the car that he and Stefan Mucker did so well with in the first race, but unfortunately victims of contact on this opening lap. So Thomas Much is leading the race in the Ford GT. Behind him, it's still the Maserati of Andrea Bertolini. The time taking away at the top. There's a long, long way to go in this race yet, and yet everybody attacking. Zonta is in third, and would you believe it, Andy Zuber's up to 4th place already. He started 11th in that yellow Corvette. He's up to 4th place. What a superb first lap, and both Corvettes are on the attack. Remember, the Hazelman's car also charging up through the field as well, and Mike Hazelman's was 11th as he crossed the line. He's trying to get past Darren Turner in that white and red Aston Martin, and Darren Turner is not going to make it too easy for him. I'm absolutely sure about that. Behind him we've got Mika Salo not far behind as we go on board the second place car, which is now tucked in behind the Ford GT of Thomas Much, up into 4th gear. The gear changes as they head up this long straight, and can he gain anything as they head to maximum speed up to nearly 270 kilometers per hour here, then onto the brakes. It's Thomas Much leading. There he is in the blue and white car, then the Vitaphone car, tight in second place behind him. These two guys ahead by a little margin from Ricardo Zonta in the number 25 Lamborghini. That's going well, but remember, they did have some braking issues with the Lamborghinis in the first race. Hopefully the cooler temperatures now will help, and right behind him is Andy Zuber. Watch for that yellow Corvette in the background. He's on a charge, Danny.
He is, and that car's looked very, very strong under braking, so I'd expect him at the end of one of the long straights to dive down the inside and take the Lamborghini. But going back to Darren Turner's first lap, that was very strong, up to 10th and 16th.
So that's great news after their problems earlier on today. On board with Andy Zuber then, the race 1 winner. He's already got himself to 4th place despite having to start 11th. The Corvettes will give him 10 race grid penalties for technical infringements, but he seems to have put that behind him. 4th place, we're only less than 4 minutes into the race, aren't we? So it's a stunning start, and he is using his sprint racing experience to good effect on the early laps. Now, the question is, can he now get into the rhythm of the race without taking too much out of the tyres? Because he's got to run for a minimum of 25 minutes before he can bring that car in, switch tyres, switch driver, and get his teammate back out there to see what he can do as well. Another lap completed. It's Thomas Much leading. 2nd place for Bernoldi. Then in 3rd place, sorry, not Bernoldi, it's Bertolini. Bertolini in the Maserati in 2nd place. In 3rd place, still Zonta. Problems for the number 4 Nissan. Well, we saw contact between some of the Nissans. I don't know whether that one was involved in that. That's the Seiji Ara car, but sadly looks as though that one is being pushed away for the night, doesn't it? Maybe they'll be able to get it out later, but not terribly promising. So on board, Andrea Bertolini chasing down that Ford GT that lies ahead. Both these guys are working hard now as they head down the straight. This onboard view really does tell you which gear he's in very clearly. It's a massive gear indicator on the dashboard. You ain't going to miss that one, are you, Danny?
Well, from a driver's perspective, you're never going to be in the wrong gear going around the corner, are you? But definitely car number 13, Zuber, is having a go down the inside. He's having a look, tucked in behind, but he's just on the fastest lap of the race on a 2:09.5.
And also remember that we are aware that some of the Lamborghinis were struggling a bit for brakes at the latter stages of the first race, and Zonta there looked to me as though he's having to brake pretty late to keep Zuber behind him, so he's got to be a little wary, and this has got a great run for him. He's going down the inside, and Andy Zuber has surely snatched that 3rd place. Yes, he has, despite Zonta pushing him over. He was having none of it, and Andy Zuber nips through with that Corvette, looking so nimble, good over the curbs as well, and he's now going chasing after the top 2, and it really helps him that Thomas Much, if anything, is holding up Andrea Bertolini, because the leaders are not that far ahead of him now, are they?
No, not that quick looking by the lap time, so I don't think it'll take him too long to close the gap between these two, but as he did that move, there wasn't much gap between him and the wall, was there?
That was tight, wasn't it? That's what we want to see, some good hard racing, and he wasn't about to give up. So these are your top 2 cars, with now up into 3rd place. Andy Zuber, 4th place for Ricardo Zonta. He's been pushed back down that position. Let's just confirm that as they cross the line. The gap between 1st and 2nd, just 0.6 of a second. Then it's another 1.8 back to Zuber, who's going to try and close that gap, and did a very quick lap again, just around on that previous lap, despite overtaking another car. Sitting in 5th place Aston Martin, car number 9, the Hexis Racing Aston Martin. Enrique Bernoldi is currently in 6th place in the other of these Vitaphone Maseratis, teammate to this car that we're riding with right now. Matteo Botti's running 7th currently. In 8th place is Carl Wendling, and despite